Um, Hi Rick, Pothier. I sent you a $20 I owed mom, and what is hers is yours. So I put in the receipt of where I rent at because I have my rights. There was 2 times I was here in my room and I was asleep. I left my door open once and some man came in and sat next to me on my bed. And then another time I was asleep on the bed that Tim and Grace gave me, and the guy that works here, he came in and was working on my stove. And I had a dream over at St. Mark's Church of black and white angels flying. The white ones that were flying in front of me and the black ones were flying behind me. And I seen Jesus there with the door open, and that was just in my conscience. But that's when I was sleeping. But I bought this picture that represents the family I got raised in, because my mother was Jehovah's Witness, my stepmother, and my mom was Christian, and there were 7 of us in our family. And I don't know how many's in my stepmom's family, but I bought this picture. It didn't have nothing to do with my dream, no nothing. The guy bought it over in Las Vegas, and he had it in his shop for about seven and a half years. He said he'd had it there. And he asked me why I wanted to buy it, and I told him because I had a dream of adults, black and white ones, flying all around me, and I was sleeping, and I just thought I'd buy it. And so Sandy came over to my apartment that I live on 105th and Aurora, and she seen the picture and she said, "Oh, that's nice." And I asked her if she wanted it, and she said sure, and she took it home over to Star Lake Road where she used to live, and she set it in her living room, and then she moved it over to her dining room, and then she had it in her room, and then she brought it back into the living room, and she told my daughter Sophia that she could have it. And so my daughter Sophia came over to Star Lake Road when my sister lived over there, and came and picked it up and took it over to her house over at Abby's apartments over in Federal Way. And she had it, one boy that Gloria's family hung it up. That's what my daughter told me. And they hung it up on the west wall. Well, on the west wall, when I was a child, only 3 years old, I went behind the TV and got a ball, and I got electrocuted from my left arm up to my elbow, and my mom had to rush me down to St. Elizabeth Hospital and wrap it up. And then that was all taken care of. But make a long story short, my daughter lost that picture and her TV over there at Abby's apartments, and Safeway store has a copy of the money order I gave my daughter for $250 to pay her rent at Abby's apartments. So I just wanted to send you this, and because you're my half brother, and I just wanted to send you that stuff, because when Luis cut up my furniture I bought from McMahon's back in the 1990s, he took a pair of scissors to it and cut it up, and I bought it from McMahon's Furniture Store on 1st Street over in Yakima, Washington. And I gave it to my stepmom, Rosie, and she sewed it up, and she made it look good, and I'm sure it's still sitting there in her house that it's yours now, that your grandkids live in, because they're the ones that gave me the phone number for you, Rick Pothier, and I lost it. You told me I could call you if I needed any help or anything, or just somebody to talk to, and so that's why I'm leaving this, because I need you to help my daughter. You know, Mom and Dad used to take me to your house when you was with Carol, and when you had Barbie and all your other children. They used to take me over there when I was a little girl, and we used to play in your your house, and it was nice, and I felt really a lot of respect over there when I did go over to your home over in Kent, Washington, when I was a little girl. But I just want to say thank you for accepting the money back from Mom loaning it to me when I was younger. She loaned me $20, and I moved away from Yakima over here to Seattle, and I didn't have time or a moment to send it back to her before she passed away. But now it's in the family, so you're more in permission to open that letter. You should got it in the mail. I don't know when I sent it off the day before yesterday, so on the 30th, I send it off to you. I put it in the mailbox down on Washington and 3rd and mailed it to you. And you should get it any day now. And then they can forward it to you to the 506 area code where you live. So I hope you get it, and thanks for being my half-brother and my stepbrother, and I care about you, Richard Pothier. Thank you for everything of my whole life. Amen.